All right, so you are supposed to calculate selling price. So when you look at the instruction, it says selling price equals to package unit multiplied by cost price per kg plus 10% of the answer. So what you see there is just an example in your instruction question paper. It's just an example of the formula that you can start to follow, not to use as it is, otherwise it's wrong. So it means these two are going to be multiplied to each other, and then the answer that we get from here is going to be added with 10%. So it means you are going to do it twice. I'm going to show you. So now it will be equals to the way they've started it. You click this, multiplied by, you click there. Now we need to add, so we are going to say plus. So plus 10% of the answer. It means the answer comes from when we multiply package unit with cost price. So we are going to repeat it again, but that time we have to multiply 10%. So it means now you will say the same thing multiplied by this, which is C6, ne? C6 multiplied by 10%. So your answer should be 1056 rands. Autofill, I will show the formulas, then you can see what I did, but there it is on top there. So it's the same thing that they started with in the example, but you have to say plus because you are adding 10% of the answer. Why 10% off? Off means you multiply. So 10% of the answer, we know our answer comes from these two. So you'll have to repeat it again differently in the same formula after the plus sign, because it's 10% of the answer, and the answer comes from these two. We don't have the answer yet because we are still working on the same formula. So that is why we have to repeat this formula again. Okay, so our answer will be like that. I auto-filled, and then I get the others. Order yes or no. It says if stock in hand is smaller than 15, new stock should be ordered. Display yes or no. So we are going to test if stock in hand is less than 15. If it's true, then we are going to say, if it's less than 15, we are going to say we order. Am I right? Then it will be yes. If we don't order, it will be no. So it will be equals to if stock in hand is less than. Okay. So they didn't say less than equals to, so I'm just going to say less than 15. You type it. The first comma, remember, you look at your hint and look at the type of commas your computer is actually going to use. So mine is this one. If it's less than this, then I want to order. Then if I want to order, then it will be yes. Remember, text must be in quotations. Otherwise, the second comma means otherwise. Then in quotations, you will have to put no. Close bracket, enter. So we have to order for this one, the first one, because it's less than 15. It says yes. I autofill, others will be no, because they are more than 15, like this one. You can see there. Income, opening stock minus stock in hand multiplied by. So when you have three things to calculate, you have to use the brackets. Ne? You can see here we don't have a hint to do it, so we have to use the brackets for the first two, and the other one will be outside the brackets. Like for instance, it will be, when I do it practically, it will be opening stock. This one must be in brackets. The first two must be in brackets. So opening stock minus stock in hand, then I close the bracket. The last one will be outside the bracket for me to get an accurate answer, multiplied by selling price. So I will go to click selling price there. Okay, then enter. So this is the income after I sold everything there. Autofill, I get all the other answers. Total income equals to total of the income column. Total income. So they want me to go down first before I come to this one. Total income equals to total of the income column. So we all know this is a basic function equals to sum, and then I can have the total of all the income there, 68,501 and 40 cents. Percentage of income. Percentage of income. Remember, when you have a percentage before the word of the column, the name of the column, like percentage total, percentage discount, percentage of income, it means the answers there should be a percentage of something. And for you to do that, you just divide the number with its total. That is the simplest way I can explain it so that you understand. So we are going to look at which column are we going to use to divide with its total, because I said you just divide the two things. Income of each product as a percentage of the total income. So I take this one, I will divide with this one. Finished. You don't multiply by 100 like we do it on a calculator. So we just say equals to, you take this, divide by. Finished. Then you click that one there. But because this is not on the same row, I have to use F4 for absolute cell referencing. Because if I autofill, I will get errors. So I don't want to get errors there. So I press enter. It says 46% autofill. I get everything there calculated for me. So here's the formula. You just divide the first value, only the first value, with the total of the same column. That's how you do a percentage column. Normally every spreadsheet comes with this at the end to see what is the percentage of a certain column. That is why in the instruction they say use an absolute cell address and display the answers in percentage format. Copy the formulas to the other cells to complete the spreadsheet. Okay. Number F. Total income rounded to the nearest thousands. So total income here. Total income rounded to the nearest thousand there. So now total income, it means this one. We are just going to round it to the nearest. So we are not going to round it to how many decimals. It's just going to be a round function equals to round. So what is the number? It is this one that I'm rounding. Number of digits to the nearest thousand, I don't want any digits. So it means that I can say comma 0 so that I don't have decimals. If it was not to the nearest, they will indicate that to 2 decimals or to 1. So I don't have any decimals. Enter. Then the nearest thousand is still 68,000 because this cents cannot round it off to the nearest thousand. Okay. Second largest price. Second largest price. It's here. When we read it, it says use the large function. Second largest selling price. So here it is. So it's going to be equals to large. Now all of them here is the range that we can take. Remember, array is the same as using a range. Comma, the second largest. It means I will say 2. Close bracket, enter. So this is the second largest. So there you have to calculate average income of products equals to average income of products. So average income of products. What do they say here in the instruction? Is it number H? G. Second largest. Okay. Average income of products. Use the average function. Okay. So now we need the average of all these products. So I will have to take all of them there. The range, the whole range. So this is the average that I get from the income. And the number of products. Number of products. Remember, the products are there. You cannot highlight any other that you want. Number of products. Use the count A. That's why they give you a hint, like I explained to you the other time. So it means now we are going to highlight this. We need count A. In the test or the exam, if you are not given a hint and they say products, you see these are alphabets, you can't use count. So it's going to be count A, then we will have to highlight those names there. So if you didn't say count A, it will give you 0. So for now it's correct, it's 8. Number of products with package unit of 80. They say use the count if, it's another hint. So number of products with package unit of 80. So here, package unit, we have them there. So we need to know which ones are packaged to be 80 inside. So we are going to say equals to count if. Count if all of them here. Now comma, we have to put quotations as we are going to put the criterion. So comma equals to, because they said the ones that are of the unit 80. So we will say equals to 80, then you put the quotation again, and then you close the bracket. Enter. It will say there are 3, which is correct. We have 1, 2, 3, and then they are of 80. Minimum stock in hand. So stock in hand here, minimum, remember it's an old function that you learned when you started Excel. Mean all of them, close, enter. Maximum stock in hand equals to max, open bracket, maximum stock in hand there, close bracket, enter. Third smallest opening stock, third smallest. So it means we will say equals to small. Then we are going to take stock in hand and then comma 3, close bracket, because the third smallest, close, the third smallest will be 35 there. Okay. So now you are also going to sort. I just want you to pay attention on this one. Sort the records in alphabetical order according to the product names. So when we sort according to the alphabetical order, according to, you must note this one. I'm going to end the lesson here so that you don't forget it. It's very important. When you sort according to a column, a certain column, you are going to highlight everything, but don't take the headings. The headings must be on top of your highlighting. Then you are going to go to sort and filter, which you find under home, sort and filter. Then you go to custom sort. Custom sort. Sort by. This screen, you are going to use it to choose the column that you are sorting by. So if you were sorting by stock in hand, we'll choose stock in hand. Selling price, but now they say products. There, I choose product. And then you are going to sort alphabetically. If it was in descending order, we will change here and say Z to A. If it's ascending, now we'll leave it as A to Z. You'll find it in the test. Maybe they can even ask you in ascending order. Remember, you have to change here. These are the two things that you change: the column that you're sorting by and the order. So this one is correct for this instruction. So when I click OK, it will sort everything. Ace now is the first one. So if your sorting gives you errors here, you find things that are saying value, it means maybe you forgot to use F4, and we know that F4 was supposed to be used here. When you sort and you find an error that says value. Okay. Right, so I'm going to end here.